What is going on there, YouTube? My name's Flare, and welcome to episode number 2 of Season 3 of Double Trouble, featuring the same team we had in the last episode of Volcarona, Tyranitar, Salamence, as we see an opponent from Japan. Also on the team is Amoonguss, Excadrill, and Milotic. See Gastrodon, Ampharos, Pinsir, Bisharp, Pelipper, and Infernape. So what we have here is we have a Storm Draining Gastrodon, so draw water attacks, probably most likely from the Infernape, or just to boost the special attack of the Gastrodon itself. Also, so we see a pretty big weakness to rock, ground in general here. I think this is the time I bring sand, possibly, or not. Or if I lead, I think a good safe lead here is leading Volcarona, Tyranitar, bringing sand in the back, because that pretty much covers everything except for the Pelipper. I could just double edge that right away. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to leave Volcarona, Mence, Mega Evolve turn 1, and then bring sand in the back, which is always kind of an interesting strategy here, as my opponent had already locked in before me. Dude, props for the stance and the outfit, though. That's like A+ quality. What music is this? Pinsir Bisharp is going to be the lead here for my opponent as I'm sending out. So it's probably Mega Pinsir? Volcarona, Mence. Obviously this is pretty decent for me. So Hyper Cutter is going to just lower the Bisharps, but that's actually going to raise it. So things could be worse, but you know, I think Heat Wave, the option to me to just set up is real, but what I'm just going to do is I'm going to go for the safe play, Mega Evolve, and then I'm going to also just set up a Tailwind. Which is risky, but you know, the Heat Wave should do quite a bit of damage to at least the Bisharpers. We're going to see Pelipper come out. Ooh, nice play from my opponent, sending out the rain. So we do see Pelipper coming out, as I'm going to Mega Evolve, set up the Tailwind, which is going to be important next turn if the Pelipper across the way decides to set up Tailwind as well. Especially next turn, but I don't think that's as right now. It's just good that I have at least one turn, as we're going to fire off a Heat Wave, lowered by the rain, of course, and that's going to break any sashes on both of them, which is also pretty important. As Bisharp's going to go for knockoff into Volcarona, which is going to take it out, but I'm going to get a burn on the Bisharp, which is going to half the attack, so overall it's not that big of a loss for me. Because what I can do is come right back in, set up with the Tyranitar here. Set up the sand here. And since the threat of Iron Head from Bisharp is real, as well as any kind of special dinkity dunkity from the Bisharp is real. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm actually going to double out into Excadrill. Do I want to do that? And then just go ahead and double edge into Pelipper. Because Bisharp at this point isn't really doing much offensively, because it's at +1 but cut in half, so it's really a -1 attack. So Pelipper is going to go for a Wide Guard. Lol, Pelipper. Because I'm just going to double edge. That's going to be enough to take it out. So this next turn coming up, I'm going to have a very fast Excadrill. So Bish going to go for an Iron Head into the Mence. Not going to do too much damage. That actually did. Oh, it's Life Orb. So obviously Salamence is on a timer now. I have to start knocking things out pretty quickly here. I mean, not that I'm too concerned. I've got a full health sand team in the back here, so should make pretty quick work, especially with Pinsir coming out here. Hyper Voice slash Rock Slide should be able to knock out both of these. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Rock Slide and Hyper Voice. And there really shouldn't be much my opponent can do at this point, aside from maybe protecting. And the Rock Slide is going to take out the Pinsir unless it protects, because I still have Tailwind and Sand. Pretty sure both of those are going to be around for a little bit while. So Pinsir is a Mega Pinsir. This is a pretty interesting team. It's not one that you see every day, and he's quite low rated. So, I mean, props to him for trying something different on Battle Spot. So Pinsir is going to go for the Protect here, but unfortunately that's not going to save the Bisharp. He's going to go for a Sucker Punch. Ooh, sorry, I forgot about that. So Excadrill is going to go for a Rock Slide. Bisharp's going to avoid. But of course. So right now I am sitting at a pretty big disadvantage, but I hit a Rock Slide and it knocks it out. So yeah, I'm just going to double Rock Slide here. There's no reason not to. So he's going to go for a Sucker Punch onto the Excadrill. Okay. So I have to hit one of two Rock Slides here. There we go. I should have Dragon Danced. Now here I'm sitting with Sand against what? What does he have in the back? I have a Z move too. So there goes Tailwind. What does he have in the back? Gastro! Oh no. So this is where things get very interesting, at least for me. I'm going to go for Broke here, go for Tectonic Rage into there, and I'm also going to Crunch the Gastrodon. Hope for some D drops. So here we go. I mean, there's a very good chance I still end up losing this. Especially if Gastrodon uses that R word. Or, you know, Excadrill just takes it out. So that's going to be a 2-0 win for me, and we're going to have time for one more battle in this episode. Current record is sitting at 1-1. So you see my lovely avatar just chilling there. Yeah, we're waiting, communicating. No, I don't want to save it. No, and yes. So now we're hopping into episode number 2. Coming off that win. Trainer, really? That was... I have to rattle some top leads. Yeah, I gotta get that music. See, Axel with a rating of 1500 hopping on Battle Spot for the very first time. Really? My rating's that low? You see Hitmontop, Porygon 2, Reuniclus, Pelipper, Blastoise, and Aromatisse. So we got Intimidating Fake Out, probably. Hitmontop with just annoying P2. Reuniclus, obviously, is very bulky. Pelipper's always a problem setting the rain. Blastoise is just there. And Aromatisse. Now, things that look good. Moongus actually looks pretty decent to bring in this battle. Unfortunately, Volcarona not so much. So, what I could do is I could lead with Amoonguss, Mence. Let's see, brings out the Blastoise. Well, yeah. And then Amoonguss, Mence, bring Melodic in the back just because it's bulky AF. And bring Excadrill Tyranitar because rain is annoying. What? Oh, come on. So just like to point out, I did finish this. Still have no battle items too. This is gonna send me in a loop. I don't want to cut this out. We were waiting for Axel. Well, Axel's gone, and I don't want to be counted for his loss, so we're just gonna sit here and let it think. Alright, and we're back because the something just bunked up on us there, so it gave me a win and a loss. What gives? Actually, it doesn't look like it updated at all, so we're gonna head in here. May from Japan with a 1492 rating, I believe it was. Don't quote me on that. I just barely saw it as I was trying to get the 3DS. As we see, Tapu Koko, Talonflame, Mega Ments, Tyranitar, Drampa, and Serena. So big things on my opponent's team that kind of set the tone. He's got a Terrain Setter and Tapu Koko that I don't have. Big, powerful electric type with the ability to vary it up. Talonflame obviously looks like a Tailwind Setter on my opponent's team. Obviously mixed in with some other thing. Tyranitar, Weather Setter. Really doesn't have much, I guess, in the form of, it might be just a disruptor for other people's weather, so it doesn't really do much for much of anything, to be quite honest. So what I think I'm gonna do to lead off with, I think Excadrill Milotic covers, actually, yeah, Excadrill Milotic covers a lot of my bases here, so that's what I'm gonna lead off with. Obviously, I don't think sand is that necessarily important. I think I could bring Mega Ments. Obviously, looks good here, and then I think Tyranitar too. So we're gonna take a look and see how this team does in the second battle with it in this episode. So as we see, May with, I think that's a cake top. I think it looked like cake. I want cake. Darn it. That's not cake, that's the... Oh, it's that grass one with the... What is it? I forget. It's not important. We're going to see Drampa Salamence, as this is probably the greatest thing to happen to me. As I'm going to get off and Intimidate here, and that's going to bump my special attack up quite a bit. Lol, you're lowering Excadrill's attack, I don't care. So Cloud9 is going to dissipate the effects of weather. So obviously I'm just going to Icy Wind turn 1. There's no sense not doing that. And I think Rock Sliding here is appropriate. Actually, I think I just want to get as much damage. Yeah, I think Rock Sliding here. So Ments is going to go for Protect. So I'm going to Rock Slide. I'm not going to do too much to the Drampa. I'm going to go for the Icy Wind into the Protect and hit on the Drampa. So this is only single times effective on the Drampa, and it's not going to bring it into the Berserk range, which is interesting. So Grass Knot onto the Milotic. Shouldn't do too much. Yeah, it's not going to do too much, and it's going to proc my berry. So Lil Dog, I'm going to go for a Icy Wind again and another Rock Slide because I don't see the reason not to. You could switch out the Ments here, which would be an interesting play. But Drampa is a roll away from fainting here. Excadrill, obviously it hits a crit or something like that. The Drampa's going down as well. So he has a pretty big decision here because I could switch out the Excadrill, bring in other thing, the Tyranitar, and switch things up, which very well could be the case. So he's going to withdraw the Drampa, bring out his own Tyranitar. Okay, what? Oh, okay. I mean, that does okay for special effect defense, but he's going, like, I don't see, unless he double edges, that would be a problem. But so he's gonna go for a flame, but dude, you just bought my special defense. Yeah, I'm taking that. So I'm going to go for a Rock Slide. And then this Icy Wind is going to take out the Ments because I'm sitting at +2. Yeah. Like, I don't really understand that play at all. Because you just lost your Mega at the risk of dropping my Ments too low. Is he gonna... Okay. I mean, really, there's no point in me switching out Excadrill right now, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for Broke, and I'm gonna Icy Wind here. Hopefully this will bring it down to a single type target, and then I'm going to Z-move into Tyranitar because I don't care at this point. So this is gonna do damage to the Tyranitar. Now, worst case scenario here is if I lose both, which is a possibility, especially with that Sand Up though. But I am sitting at +2 with the Milotic now, so I mean, you could double into Milotic. Yeah, it's not taking that. So this is gonna be a single type +2 Icy Wind into Drampa. Great, now it's in Berserk range. Now it's just going to go off on me. It's got the 50% berry. Okay, so now I have to play with the... I have to recover a bunch with Milotic. As you see, Tapu Koko is my opponent's last. So I think it's appropriate to get the Excadrill on up out because I'm going to want that later. So I'm going to recover... Is there any sense in me keeping the Milotic around at this point? No, not really. Oh wait, I don't have... I do have Tyranitar. So I'm just going to go ahead. The off chance he decides to do something stupid, I'm just going to go ahead and just try an Icy Wind. And then I'm just switching Excadrill out into... How many more turns of Sand are there? 3. 2 coming back in. I can work with that. So I'm just going to switch out into the Ments here with... match was forfeited. Okay. So that's going to be a 4-2 victory for me. I don't know why he forfeited in that spot. He still was in a decent chance to win. It definitely wasn't over, but I'll take a win's a win. So that's going to wrap things up for episode number 2. This has gone way too long recording-wise. I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.